Hi, I'm Linda May, and I'm a reader here for Crystal Magic Psychic Center here in Sedona, Arizona. And I'm here today to talk to you about this new moon period that we're beginning in the evening on Friday, December 19th at 6:43 p.m., and that's Mountain Standard Time. So you can figure out what your time zone is, where you are, adjust accordingly. This also represents the end of one lunar cycle and the beginning of another. So astrologically, it means both the sun and the moon are in the same sign. And on December 19th, they're both in the late degrees of the sign of Sagittarius. The new moon is usually a time of new beginnings, and this time gives us an optimistic approach to life and a belief that things will get better no matter what's going on right now. So this particular new moon in Sagittarius inspires you to search for more meaning in your life and an inner renewal. It also means letting go, doing away with the old things you don't need anymore. Let go of any outdated beliefs that no longer serve you, your higher and anything that doesn't serve your higher visions. It's a leap of faith moment that invites hope and new perspectives, as well as a firm belief in yourself and what may be possible for you. A sense of freedom is prominent at this time, as well as remembering that freedom begins with a strong belief in your own self. You are now seeding the next chapters of your life, and you need to set your intentions accordingly. Aspect-wise, just before this new moon, there may have been some disorientations due to Mars squaring Neptune and then squaring a square between the Sun and Saturn, which causes you to take responsibility for yourself and for setting realistic goals. Saturn usually has to do with learning some lessons, so part of that responsibility is learning the lessons that come up. And this all leads to the new moon, where you are encouraged to go forward with courage. The Sun enters Capricorn on December 21st, and that moves us into the season of winter, which I'll be talking about in a minute. This also makes us more grounded and practical. And Venus enters Capricorn on December 24th, squares Neptune, and that may have you feeling a sense of longing and a longing for more stability. And luckily, the Capricorn energy will help with that in the long run, because it's very, very practical. And as I mentioned, we are moving into the season of winter. It's the last of the 3 winter seasons. Winter moves us into the dark time of the year, and yet, because it's the shortest day is actually on December 21st, and yet it's also a time when we celebrate the return of the light, because after this day, the days keep getting longer and longer and longer again. So we go from the shortest day of the year into brighter and brighter days. And that is part of this time of rebirth, redemption, and resurrection within the soul. It's part of what the whole winter season represents. Now, the traditional Celtic tree calendar, which is based on the moon cycles, with the new year beginning at Samhain, October 31st, has the tree, the Celtic tree oracle deck here, right? Has the tree for this period in the December moon cycle as elm or silver fir, it's known, okay? And this is associated with foresight, with higher perspectives and dimensions, clearer inner visions, progress and insight. So very much in alignment with that Sagittarian energy I was talking about. You can more easily see the big picture and learn from past mistakes, which I had already mentioned. The love of the great goddess is imminent at this time. She who supports us and heals us in any situation. It's especially helpful in making resolutions for the future, which is perfectly in alignment with this season. So now I'm going to start my card pulls that I usually do. We're going to start with the Druid Animal Oracle deck. That's this deck here. It's my favorite deck, as I've mentioned many times. Druid Animal Oracle deck. The depth of the cards are just phenomenal, so we'll see what comes up for us here. Very interesting. It's the salmon, okay? He's known as the salmon of wisdom due to some of the ancient mythology of the Celtic people. The salmon of wisdom basically has all of the knowledge of the universe, but interestingly, the card stands for rest and rejuvenation. So one of the things this is saying is it is time to recharge. It's time to take time for you and to just be with yourself, do the things you need to do to raise your energy levels again. And I think that part of that Sagittarian energy I was talking about is going to help a lot with that, with the recharge process. Plus, moving into winter, which is a time of more rest, is another time to recharge and help build yourself up again. So that's the card that we got from the Druid Animal Oracle deck, the Salmon. Okay, rest and rejuvenation is the main message of that card. And now from this Druid Craft Tarot deck, we'll pull a card from here and see what we get. Ace of Wands. This is actually a really cool card. The Ace of Wands has to do with having a lot of energy. In many ways, it reminds me of the Sagittarian energy that we were talking about. A lot of creative energies. It has to do with new beginnings, taking initiatives, going forward with new goals in your plans and stuff like that. So it's really right in alignment with this time. So the Ace, there it is, the Ace of Wands. Okay, beautiful card. I love that card. It's one of my favorites, actually. So now the trees, the Whispering Woods deck right here. We'll see what the trees have to say to us for this period. They usually have a very simple message, but they're also very deep. This is a very sweet one. Music, okay? There is a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods, if only we listen. So one of the things I love about this is that, you know, the music isn't just like playing music on a radio or something like that. It's the music of whatever's around us, whatever we can listen to, and especially if we can be out in nature and listen to the birds singing. I have a lot of birds around my yard. I have bird feeders and bird bells and stuff like that hanging, and they're all around and they're tweeting and they're playing with each other, and it's really, really fun. But to me, that's part of the music that I like to hear, and my cat really likes watching them too. But music, there is a melody to be heard in the deepest parts of the woods, if only we would listen. So do remember that the music is there, even if we don't think it's there the way we usually imagine it. Okay, that's really cool. And now the Sedona code, this is the Sedona Spirit Wind deck here. And this is all sacred sites in Sedona. We have a lot of them here. Very cool messages. So this one we get Fay Canyon. This is really cool. This is really cool. Fay Canyon. Okay, that's the card. And it says, radiant light illuminates my path of allowance. So part of what this is saying is that we always have that light shining down upon us, shining within us, you know, helping us to find our way. If we go to the light first, you know, that's actually the great thing. It illuminates our path. It helps us to go forward. So, and I do see, you know, both this, the bright sun, and this, you know, that Sagittarian energy I was talking about and everything is a part of that radiant beingness that we have within us. So I love this card. That's like a perfect card for what I'm talking about here. And now the next thing is the Light Bearers deck, which is angel guidance cards. These are angels that are coming down to help us awaken at this time in our evolution of humanness. And basically, let's see which angel comes up for us. I think we've gotten this one before, but it's Angel Sabathiel. Angel Sabathiel. Okay? It says, communication is the key. Look to the divine light within you for direction on what or how to say what is important in the moment. Words have power and are best used to bring light to a situation for the healing of all. So we see the light again. So that's very interesting. We got two cards that are completely in alignment with light. Communication, this one about communicating with people in a very, you know, diplomatic way, really. Look to the divine light within you for direction on what or how to say what is important in the moment. Words have power and are best used to bring light to a situation for the healing of all. So beautiful, beautiful message. And these two cards, both the Light Bearers deck that I was just talking about, and also the Sedona Spirit Wind deck, Sedona Code deck. Both of these I use for final card readings. When I do my readings, I usually have somebody choose which deck they want to pull their card from. And it's amazing how the messages are almost always in alignment with their reading. And it gives them a nice finale to the whole thing. So it's actually been really fun to include those with my Druid. I usually use the Druid Animal Oracle deck when I do readings, but and I use the Tarot deck for my daily. I do a daily pull every single day with a message for the general public, basically. So, you know, I have all these, believe me, I have tons and tons of decks of cards at home, but these are the ones that call to me at this time, so I use them. And I want you to take all of these messages that I've just shared with you into your heart and remember them as a theme until the full moon, which is in January. It's January 3rd. And in the meantime, if you would like a psychic reading, be sure to check out Crystal Magic Psychic Center at crystalmagicpsychiccenter.com. You can schedule readings with me or any of our other readers. Basically, what I like to do is say go and read the descriptions, and whoever you are drawn to is the one you should go to. We take walk-ins as well as Zoom and phone readings. And if you can make an appointment online, you can ensure the time that you want to be here. But you don't need to. We also take walk-ins. So whatever works for you works for us. And I do want to wish you blessings of this new moon and remind you that you are always loved.